Okay. Now to make sure everything is connected like I normally would do. Hey phone, I'm already live. Duh. That is so stupid, the thing that... Okay, here we go. That is so stupid, the thing that... Okay, so hi guys, hello, everybody, it's MicheleMarieDalene, and yes, today we're outside for two reasons. Number one is it's a little warm inside. That's the first reason. And the second reason has to do with the fact that, well, one thing, as I explained, I don't really want to have to deal with all the baloney that goes on. So let me just turn off Dory's phone. I was just updating all the firmware on the phone. So they're, my phone, her phone, the Android phone, so they would be all to date. And it looks like it's all set to go. We, of course, we are set. Now, by the way, I noticed that the people from the morning vlog that were upset and angry, I noticed that on the last Bcast, it's almost like they understood that the reason why things have been the way they have been, and have decided that it wasn't worth making a mountain out of a molehill, which I greatly appreciate. Thank you very much. It is much appreciated that you respect it. The fact is that nobody is trying to be a bad people. It just happens to be that it's just the nature of the way things are right now. That when you have certain conditions, infirmities, trying to do live streaming is a challenge enough to make it work. What are you going to do, put that in? Yeah, but I don't think that's going to work anyway. No, probably not. So, but let's plug it into my phone. Let that charge a little bit, right? It was already charged. No. Yeah. Anyway, so, so let's see. Someone would say is or right now, depending where you are in the in the globe right now, it is snowing in places. In for example, in Wyoming, it's been snowing. Late May snow. My season is over for the year. I only do winter. I don't have any control of the other seasons, so I can't do anything about that. So, sorry. Maybe that Snow King guy can do something for you. Honestly. He doesn't seem to be limited by the same policies that I am. Right now where I am, it's not too bad. It's like, right now it's about 20 degrees Celsius at this point at the time of day. The sun's going to be getting ready to go down soon. It's 7:03 p.m. So, let's see. Who controls the season now? I don't really know who the spring steward is right now for United States and southwestern Greenland. I don't know who that person is. There was supposed to be somebody else that mother didn't tell me her name or his name, but the problem was, as she told me, is he had the knowledge of it because he studied meteorology, but he had no ability to do working, and for that reason he was deemed unqualified for the role. And so I don't know who she's picked for spring, autumn, or summer. I think she's doing summer. Yeah. Just like who the hell was doing winter in Australia? I have no idea. It's just our summer is their winter, and I don't know who's doing their winter. Could be anybody. I don't know by that names, but she said for right now, she's been doing summer for a few years. Spring, right now, she doesn't have anybody qualified for the United States. Dusty, what are you doing? I'm talking to my cat here. He's looking at the camera. Well, he's looking more precise. He's looking at the top of the camera. Why don't you show him the cat? Show him the cat. Yeah, they like cats. They like cats. Well, let's see if we can get this out without knocking it off online here. Okay. That's Dusty. That's one of Rusty's sons. And Rusty himself is laying on my bed right now in my bedroom. Torres is inside right now. And that's all I can really tell you at this point. So, I should get this thing back into the stand here. So, I don't think it's going to come from most state New York to take Dusty. I mean, that's a bit far away for TNC. Oh, no, he said it's Chris Chan, not TNCC. Well, so either way, I don't think they're going to want to travel all that distance just to pick up a cat. I don't think Dusty would appreciate that kind of a long trip. But I've been trying to find a local person to take Dusty, and I have not had much luck because there's so many cats around here that the few people I have asked have personally told me that they don't feel they can take on another responsibility, which I can certainly understand. Dusty mostly stays outside because he's not fixed and he sprays. And Rusty, his dad, comes out and hang out here. And Torres and Fame stay in the house most of the time. During the daytime, Rusty comes outside and hangs out with Dusty during the night. So, mostly because he wants to. So, hi R11H30, how are you doing today? As you can see, we're outside on the porch, and as long as my cats don't knock my camera on the floor, that is, we are live and fresh. Chris Chan's videos of his mom have become his mom. What do you mean, of his mom? What are you talking about? Chris Chan's videos of his mom have become disturbing. I have no idea what that means. I don't either. You're gonna get those wood sticks out of here? I was going to... So I can prop up my phone so I can see better. Okay.
Oh, shit.
What?
Dad, go grab that phone number out of my phone. I mean, no, never mind.
Right now, Dory's here, but she's kind of busy doing her own things. I got your phone, Dory, whenever you want to grab it.
Alright, I'll have Nikki grab it.
So, and like I said, I had to update her firmware on her phone, on her Android phone. You know, the phone update. And I installed the same phone update on my phone because it's the same model. So now the two phones have, to my knowledge, the latest updates for Android Nougat. This is Dory's phone.
Yeah.
Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah.
So, oh, Nikki.
What?
Before you take off on me, I got a quick question for you.
Alright, I'll be back in a minute. I'm just going in here to get Dory's stuff.
Okay. I can't do a video in Christian because I don't know nothing about Christian. Personally, I have not watched any of these videos. So, has anybody been keeping... maybe we should talk about this one thing that everybody on my channel keeps wanting to talk about. And this time we're going to really discuss it. And I want to have a dialogue on it, which is those on the left, extreme left, and those on the right and the extreme right, allegations of racism. What is racism? And along with a couple questions about, do you necessarily have to be white to be racist? And I know that's a powder keg of a topic, but the reason I want to bring that up is I keep being accused of being a racist. And I realized that, number one, nobody really talked much about why somebody would call somebody a racist in the first place.
What's up, Shell?
Okay, I was going to ask you was if you had any sweets or snacks downstairs. I'm having a munchie attack, and I have no food, I have no snacks that is in the house.
I will look and yell at the stairs to you, okay? Let me go look.
Like cookies. If you have crackers, I got the Marmite to put on the plain crackers.
Okay, let me look.
Okay. Alright, so politics is boring. Let's talk about internet memes. I'm not even sure exactly what internet meme is. Yeah, as far as politics go, yeah, you know, I kind of think you're right there, kind of boring. Because I do not understand why everybody's making a big deal about Stormy Daniels and her allegations. And considering the fact is, theoretically, even if they were true, it was before Donald Trump was a presidential candidate in the first place. We expect politicians to be perfect, and they're just as human as everybody else. That's all I'm going to say about it. Queen Sophia says, Beaver time. Is here only for questions. She says, hi guys. What Michelle is talking about, what is happening in my opinion. What? I think I missed something. Yeah, I think you missed something. You said, Michelle is talking about what's happening. Okay. I mean, really? Okay. Says, I think Starbucks got, I don't know who that is. Starbucks, coffee company. Oh, okay. Watch some of Chris Chan videos and do it. Well, I can't do them on here now because we're not set up to do that at this point. And that's, I guess, something else we can talk about. Well, first of all, let's discuss, because you need to enlighten me on this. Because, first of all, what is an internet meme? Because I don't know what that is. I don't mean to sound ignorant, but I really don't know what an internet meme is.
Chocolate.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. That'll do fine.
Those are pretzels.
Pumpkin spice. Dory would like those. I know. These are the coffee things from the soup kitchen. Yes, I know that. The teeth breakers. I already broke my tooth, remember? Oh, yeah. Being spare ribs. Yeah. We'll try not to break anymore. Okay. Presidents being womanizers is nothing new. People only care because it's Donald Trump. That's true. No, it's very, very true. Well, I did see an article on Starbucks about bathroom policies. And the Starbucks officially was that the only people who could use bathroom were paying customers. Some stores push it more than other stores. And after an incident in the Starbucks, I think it was in the Midwest, it was decided, oh, I know. Don't tell me about shooting for I haven't had good sweets in a while. So, explaining meaning is like explaining colors to a blind person. Yeah, they do. Yeah. And Starbucks cities have problems with more homeless people. People don't realize. Right, that's true. Very true. Well, many people in suburbia don't realize about the homeless population. In the rural areas, in which it is the fringe of suburbia, or between outer suburbia and rural, as the homeless people all around us, okay, and they live in tents, they live in they live in the woods. Most of the time, that's not a problem. The problem comes is that everybody has a policy that homeless camps are necessarily unsanitary, and that's somewhat true, but that's not because the homeless people don't want to keep them sanitary. I have a feeling if you gave a homeless person the proper access to where they can dispose of their waste and be responsible and not keep trashing their campsites over and over again, that a percentage of them will do everything they can to keep the campsite sanitary and healthy. It's those few who do not know or do not care that are going to go ahead and ruin it for those who are trying to be responsible. There's also another term we hear in the UK. It's called sleeping rough. Now, sleeping rough is not the same thing as camping in the woods in Winsted. Sleeping rough is sleeping on concrete or asphalt in an urban environment, sometimes in a cardboard box. Very different. Like you said, in the cities, urban centers like Los Angeles, you see a lot of people sleeping rough. And Los Angeles has a huge homeless problem. And I don't know why the state of California doesn't know how to find a reasonable solution to the problem. However, let's be honest here. I don't think anybody, even on the East Coast, knows how to best deal with the homeless population problem. Because if you look at the situation, some of the homelessness is caused by the price of housing has gotten too expensive. And yet those people are busting their butts trying to find work. Those are what you call working homeless. Some of them actually have jobs they go to, they work every day. In San Francisco alone, for example, the price of house or apartments is so high that even if you're working $10 an hour, 40 hours a week, that's $400 before taxes. Okay, so 4 weeks, that's $1,600. Your typical rent for a one-bedroom in San Fran is like $3,500 a month. Now, how is a person who's making $1,600 before taxes going to afford an apartment that's costing $1,600? That's cost when they only get $1,600. How are they supposed to pay for a $3,500 apartment? They can't. They can't. see.
I don't like you going up there.
The relaxing seating area in most Starbucks I visit are small. I don't want to sit next to some unwashed individual or sit in a chair after some bum who hasn't washed their bum sat in it for a while. Well, you know, the problem is both the East and West Coast have not come up with a reasonable process of dealing with homelessness. And it doesn't matter if you are living on the East Coast or West Coast. I can tell you the homeless problem in Connecticut in some urban settings is awful. The homeless problem in Winston is, we know about it. We know where the homeless are. We know where the campsites are. I respectfully leave them alone. What I do not like is that some people think it's fine to destroy a homeless person's campsite. Just anger. Not because the guy received an eviction notice and the sheriff comes in and plows it out. I'm talking about vandals and hoodlums that will destroy the campsite that a homeless person created. There are people who also, of course, attack the homeless. They are literally lying nuts. They don't have any defense. Now, out here in the countryside, a homeless person has to deal with other concerns that don't involve street urchins going after their stuff. We got deer, we got bear, we got raccoons, we got skunks in our area. Homeless person's camp can easily be ransacked by a bear, raccoons, skunks. They can be mauled by bears, black bears and brown bears. We have both here. And it's a real problem. The biggest problem I see, as I said, is the street urchins that come in and destroy the campsites. That's the ones I really think is downright cruel. Can't help it if a bear comes and ransacks and ruins your tent. It's the human kind of terror that's causing the problems for the homeless that are struggling. That upsets me. And they don't even have permission to do it. Let's see. Put it on TV. Is anyone old enough to know what bum fights were? Yeah. I feel bad for the homeless people too. Especially the working homeless. That even though they're working hard and they may have a basic job, they can't make enough money to pay the rent or to get a rent. Okay, homeless people in bear attacks. Yeah, and guess who wins? The bear. The bear. Before I walked past a homeless person who took a poop on the concrete, and I freaking walked back when I came out of. Well, again, that's related to that some stores in Starbucks has kind of had this problem, and a lot of stores do is, unless you buy something, you can't use the restroom. But like the president of Starbucks said, well, you know what? That's not always officially endorsed by all the stores, even though that's store policy. Some managers are more open to the flexibility, and some managers are not. But if there's no place for there's no toilets for the homeless, or even everyday people that have homes. Come on, let's be honest. You ever go out somewhere and you all of a sudden you have a sudden urge to go, and you know you want to go into a restaurant. Maybe you have a bathrooms open. That's great, okay. But what if it's late night? Let's say like you happen to be coming back from a long trip with your friend, and all of a sudden, right in the middle of your drive, you got a sudden urge to go to the bathroom. Okay? So you pull over to look for a restaurant, and they're all closed. You look for a store, you go into a convenience store, you say, oh, I'm sorry, we don't have public restrooms. You don't have public restrooms, okay? So, where are you supposed to go if you can't find a place to poop or pee? And honestly, that's a problem. I think that it's a little more complicated than just blaming the homeless. I mean, they just reaffirm the plight that any travelers may experience. You can't always help it. It's not conveniently like you're near a toilet when you gotta go, especially if you're traveling and you're unfamiliar to the area you're traveling to. That's a really problem. It is. Why do bears even attack? Can they just eat their own berries? Because a lot of times they like people food too. Or in the case of female bears, if she thinks that she doesn't have enough food to feed her cubs, she's going to do whatever she can to get more food to feed her cubs. And she also will protect her cubs heavily to make sure that her cubs are not hurt. Now, it does not take much to set off a female bear. Really, it does not. Anytime this cub's about, mama's not far behind. And if she sees you near her cubs, you might as well have your last will and testament written. Because she's going to basically flay you alive. That's the nature of bears. That's what they do. They want to protect what's theirs. The same as people, by the way. Same as people. Let's see. And it says here, I went to New York, R11 East Street 0 says, I went to New York City last summer, and coming off a train, a homeless guy in white pants just had diarrhea all over himself. It was sad and gross. Yeah, and probably ran into the same problem that I just said. Is that he probably couldn't even get access to a restroom, or he couldn't make it in time. Let's see. And then, of course, Queen Sophia says, but I mean, like, homeless people don't have a toilet, so I don't blame them. No, but it's embarrassing even for them to have a sudden surprise like that. It's not like they want it either, A lot of them really try really hard to not be so noticeable. Yep. It's just kind of sad. Let's see. It says, agree, just poop all over what is possibly the only pair of pants is a great idea. Well, it's really not their choice. There's a gas station on every corner, but not all gas stations have access to public restrooms. At least not in Connecticut anyway. The ones that are in my area do not have access to public restrooms for customers. And I think it's stupid that the state of Connecticut doesn't mandate that they have access to public restrooms. Or, for that matter, when power fails, they should have access to emergency generators so they can have power so people can get gas. But that's another story. Well, yeah, I've seen people do that. At least if you got access to a forest or a wooded area that's not likely to have people, being in people's way, that's fine. In Michigan, they gather all the homeless from the city and move them into the wilderness. Oh, kind of like they do with animals when they replace animals and put them in the wilderness that were caught in the city. Kalamazoo and Grand Rapids do it all the time. Yeah, okay. I've seen it done with animals that are wild animals in the city also. I don't know if that's necessarily better, but at least out in the country, at least as long as you know how to survive, you'd be okay. Okay. Queen Sophia says you can't just take a crap in the forest and... Is that a question? Or is it a comment? You can just... It's a statement. You can just take a poop in the forest and go back after you have... Put your clothes back on. Well, it's true. But don't forget that you want to make sure you don't wipe your butt with poison ivy. Oh, that does not sound fun. I'm all red and itchy. But did you go ahead and poop on a little plant that was like less than about a few inches off the ground with little pointed shiny leaves? Yeah. You just wiped your ass with poison ivy. No! That's actually a line from Total Trauma Island. Let's see. Okay. Can Beaver ask Nikki a question? Unfortunately, she's not here. I showed her your message about the documentary. You didn't say she did not say she would not be willing to do it. Okay. This is the Snow Queen from the commercial? What commercial? You people don't realize the two things. Number one is I live in Connecticut, right? Yeah, like I'm going to pick up cats from Austin, Texas, and Connecticut. Okay, we can talk about that, but I'm not really sure why you want to talk about that topic. Let's go moon. First of all, what he's talking about, for those of you who don't know, what a LOL cow is a person who basically is a moron. In the sense that, theoretically, the term is that they're trying not to be funny, but everybody thinks they're funny. Like a jester or a fool. Or a moron. It's not it's in the Urban Dictionary. It's not obviously a nice thing to be called. No more than being called a moron. No more correct. Okay, so but basically it comes out to be the same thing. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks. Let's see here. You don't have to pick up Sin? No. I live in Connecticut. I wouldn't know you'd be able to do it anyway. I don't even have a cat shelter. Okay. And of course she says, I gotta go bye-bye. Okay, I hope to talk to you soon, Queen Sophia. Okay. Our limit says, I am out and my phone battery may die. If I go dark, that's why. Okay. You really should have stayed. You don't. First of all, I never put the ad up. Flat nukes. I never even put the ad up. TNCC put that ad up. I did not put the ad up. Okay? So, because he did not even ask me if I wanted him to put an ad up, which I didn't, because I don't run a shelter. Talk to me. I have 3 cats of my own to take care of, plus Dory's cat. And that's enough. Whatever happened to TNCC? That's a great question. I think I saw him on Sunday. Or was it last Wednesday? And that was the last time I saw TNCC. I didn't see him before or after that. MMD Archives, which he runs, has not been updated lately either. Nascopedia hasn't been updated either. And that's the house phone ringing, that's not the studio line. Hello? Hold on, I'll see if she's home. Dory!
Dory. No.
Dory! Get a phone call!
Phone it. Get the hell out of here, Dory.
Tell Dory she's got a phone call.
She's not coming, so I'm gonna hang up. Call back.
Is Dory down there?
Michelle, tell her to call back.
What's that?
The fucking phone call. Dory, tell yourself. She can't figure it out.
Well, there you go. Tell her to call back. Okay. How many has this come up, please? Who? Okay, well, she's not here at this very minute. Okay, yeah. Bye-bye. Okay, where was I? And it says, okay, so as far as the studio lines, we're not taking the phone calls to the studio line, now it's just a cell phone. Or the house phone that's out here. We don't have a front porch. Oh wait, this is the only porch. That's a towel. That's some underwears over there. That's a clothesline. So, yeah, can't help that. First of all, as I said, I don't run an animal shelter. I already told you that. Okay? I don't even know why anybody would say I do. So, my first question is, you asked me about LOL cows. And I mentioned about TNCCC. There's somebody, I think he's kind of in that category. Because he tried to make my channel seem funny, which my channel isn't so funny. It's a fairly sincere channel. We try to cover real world topics. And it's okay. It's not fantastic. It's just my channel. And it says I'm not running a shelter. I never put an ad up to say I was running a shelter. I never even put an ad up to say I was running a shelter. And why in the bloody hell isn't the station that actually accepted whoever's money realize that the person and verify that the person represented a real entity that does have a cat shelter? Considering that the person probably has a 501c3 status, they should probably have been able to verify that that was a bona fide legitimate advertising. That's a problem. Wings of Redemption? Whose Wings of Redemption? Caramels. This is almond roca. Roca's right. It's hard as roca. Definitely not good if you get bad teeth. You'll bust them all. I'm praying Russian roulette just eating these things. Yeah, I know. They're mostly sugar anyway. Sugar and almonds. Right now, we have, it's near the end of the month. We spend more money on debts and bills than we expected. And so, we have no food stamps right now. We use those up. We have really low cash. We use that up. I have very little in the savings because I used that up. We got food, but we forgot to buy snacks. So, we're like, just kind of hungry. It smells like hot dogs. Oh, Dory didn't leave the hot dogs on. Oh, jeez. Let me check. Oh, she's not here. Okay. And no, there was no hot dogs on the stove. So anyway, that cat that just jumped down is Torres. That's one of Rusty's sons. No, that's not Red. That's his son. The cat is more... Who's this guy? Right, it's Rusty's son. Rusty's on the bed right now. I can show you what Rusty's doing. It's doing the same thing a lot of you guys are probably starting to do. Snore, unfortunately. Yeah, let me just go ahead and take my Wi-Fi with me and I'll just show you what's going on. Alright, so anyway, well, I want to show you guys the studio real quick. Yeah, I know, the lights are not on right now. Anyway. Oh, he's not, oh yeah, there he is. No, that's not him. He's right there. Right there is a good old wrist ball. Can you turn the flash on? That's Rusty. See? That's Rusty. That's the big fuzzy guy. Big, broad cat. See? Looks like a son. When it comes to video, he's kind of like Dory. He doesn't like to be on video too much. I mean, he'll be on it for a while, but he doesn't like it. So, of course, that's the studio. That's where we do all the videos. You know this. Don't usually get a chance to see when it's dark and cold. It's kitchen. Pam, the other cat. So, come back outside here again. Put this camera back in the stand. So, see the difference between Rusty and his son Dusty, or Torres, they're not much difference. They look almost the same. Turn the flash off. Switch it back to me. Okay. So, between you and Dory, who is, I'm not going to answer that. No, I don't use Windows 95. I got a copy of Windows XP, though, which we use for setting up our phone system only. I choose not to make my bed because we're always laying it occasionally. Let's say Network 23 looks like a homeless. Let me drop off my neighbors. Beaver time. I have fallen down into many. MMD has done my favorite discovery so far is what? Hot dogs are made out of pig. Oh, it's actually made out of pig skin, pig intestines. I bet it was the blindfold and the what? No, Ed is not gay. He may be bi, but he's not gay. Oh, I know. You guys gotta split net. You gotta split hairs. Yeah. Yes, I was keeping my Wi-Fi warm because I had to carry it around with me or we would have lost the signal. And I didn't have too many hands-free, so I put my Wi-Fi in my bra so I could keep it all warm near the phone or we would have lost signal. So, alright, so do you have questions about, and the detest women who had, but, would Ed admit to being gay on bi? He comes off as a guy who, well, right now, I don't know what he would do at this point. I think at this point he's not actually looking for any relationship because he's adjusting to his housing situation. And it has changed recently. So I can tell you, so now he's living in a rooming house. So, me and Ed have been friends for years and just friends. And that's the truth. Let's see. Oh, he's not homophobic. No, Ed is not homeless. He's living in a rooming house right now. So he's not homeless right now, but he was homeless for a while. And V5O fat. I see the big pussy cat. That's Rusty. It just came outside. I agree. R11, I agree. He is so angry, homophobic. He's probably.
Why did you think I wanted to go up the stairs and call him?
You didn't mention it, though.
I mentioned that he called,
I have.
right?
So, what Nukes asked is, I have no idea how to answer that question, guys. Seriously, I don't know how to answer that question. But I can tell you what, Rusty's here. Hey, Rust. How's it going, Mr. Cat? Yeah, big boy came over here. See, because it's getting to be the time of day he wants to come out now because it's cooler. And so let's see. Well, Ted and Nikki are talking, but they're not up here. Okay, they're in their apartment downstairs. So she'll probably be back up later on if she comes up. Not everybody wants to be on camera. No, Dory's not cooking. At least not in my apartment anyway. I can't answer that question because I don't know the answer to the question. Let's go, Moon. I can't answer that question because I don't know the answer to the question. I was just answering your question. Let's go, Moon. I cannot answer the question you asked about Ed because I don't know the answer. No, I do not know. First of all, we don't. Here's why I say that. Because we're just friends. We never did anything like that. Okay? We never got intimate. How can I answer a question like that when I have never been intimate with Ed at all? Okay? That's disgusting. Well, first of all, let me tell you something. I just answered your question about Ed, if he's a person who does a doggy style. And I can tell you, I don't know if he does a doggy style. Okay? That I can tell you. I don't know. Or more like ape style. Right, apes don't do a people style. But, as far as the other allegations go, it's probably very... First of all, I already told you and explained to you that Ed knew me for over 10 years. He's seen me naked. He knows what I look like naked. He knows what I have. He knows I'm a hermaphrodite. He knows that it's a medical condition that I was born with. And that's just the way I am. And it does not make me a bad person. It's just who I am. You know, it's just like Popeye said, I am and I am and I am. Yeah, I'm just me. That's who I am. Can't help it. You know, am just MicheleMarieDalene, North American Snow Queen. Gender is female. I live in Winston, Connecticut, and I take care of 3 cats. Actually, I have 4 cats, and of course, I live in a small, tiny apartment on Main Street. That's all. It's really all there is to know about me. Oh yeah, I'm pretty smart. I have Asperger's, and I happen to be very creative with my hands, and I can build things, and I can design things that may be a little bit out of the normal realm of normalcy, but basically that doesn't make me a bad person either. No, it doesn't. It just makes you stand out. Daniel, no, I'm not. Okay, we were going to cover that topic, but you guys said that you didn't want to cover that topic because you said that nobody was interested in politics. And I will tell you this right now, I am not racist. Okay? Yes, I'm a moderate. Yes, I am a Republican. And did you know that it was Republicans, namely Abraham Lincoln, who originally signed the Emancipation Proclamation that freed the slaves? And did you not know that the Republican Party was the ones that were going through all the effort to shut down the blacks and the things like that? And did you know that it was mostly the whites and mostly the white Democrats that were controlling the black slave population in the South? See, that's something that these people don't really think of. That it was a Democratic Party thing. It was the Democratic Party that also created the urban ghettos that we all know of today. It was not the Republicans. In cities where the Democrats have been in control for 100 plus years, those cities are a disaster. New York comes to mind. Chicago. Hartford is kind of too. Bridgeport. Any place where you see of course, Flint, Michigan. Any place where the Democrats have been in control, they have been deliberately trying to keep the black man in their place. Whereas the Republicans have been trying to get the black people off the urban plantation and give them a chance to enjoy, what is promised to them by all American people in the U.S. Constitution. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness is what we believe in. And that's why we all are trying to fix and rebalance the earth. It might be for Dory again. Hold on a minute. Hello? Hello? Oh, they hung up. Okay. Let's see. It's someone. No, it's not. Why do you keep bringing it into this? He says, damn it, I missed Michelle is on the top. Excuse me? No. I don't know what the hell that means. Ed and I haven't even seen each other since December when he went back to Florida. Is it December? No, it wasn't December. He went back last summer. Yeah, that's right. He went back around September. Right. And he hasn't been here since. Let's see. There is no... Let's see. I know my life is interesting. You said that. Is Lumi... he's talking about sexual position. Oh, I figured that. Usually I'm the one who's usually... I guess it's kind of complicated. How about sideways? Keep them guessing. Keep them guessing. Okay, fine. Alright, I've heard GIF a few times. What is a GIF? That's what R11830 is asking about. She just completely skips my question. No, I'm trying to not skip people's questions, but I'm you missed your laugh clearly. Beer time, there's a God, can't you tell? Sings when I think about Lumi, I tisn't. No, I think Blondie sings something about that. I touched myself. But Michelle has no sexual appetite. She is absolutely positively has no sexual drive at all. There's not even a whisper of a pilot light of a sexual reaction with Michelle. She's totally inert. Speaking of people pieces, anybody seen his latest video on his channel? He keeps trying to say to me that he doesn't think he has Asperger's or autistic spectrum disorder, but I think people piece does have it. He just doesn't want to address it. Well, understandable, but being this is a public forum, he could be on here anytime he wants. Right now he's not here, but, we should respect him. No one wants to pop. Are you serious? You guys want LOL cows, lol cows. There's a potential lol cow right there. It's not that he's a bad person, it's just that I think some of his content is being presented in a way that's a little questionable in its implementation. Is he willing to bet he has? Yeah, I bet he does too. That's what I said. I told him that. I said, I think you have Asperger's or high-functioning autistic. He said, no, I don't have Asperger's or high-functioning autism. I said, hey, Martin, if you do, it's okay. Don't feel bad, okay? If you have it, you got it. It's not like it's a terminal disease. It's going to kill you. Come on. There's a lot of good people that have Asperger's or autism spectrum disorder, and they're good people, and they work hard, and a lot of them are extremely talented. Some of them are very, very powerful savants, and they study and they love to learn, and they just do things they do because they love it, and the pursuit of knowledge to them is the most beautiful thing. Anyway, you'll see that light go on and off 2 or 3 times as the sensor finally figures out it's dark. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll try to get back and look at your question. Viewer Time asked, let's see. TMI question. Oh, I don't know what that icon is. She just completely skips my question. I didn't mean to skip your question. I didn't even know which one was. Okay. So, any questions he asked? I'm going through, I'm looking for it. I guess this would be it. I want to know why Nikki and Ted refused to appear on your show now. Honestly, she said that she feels that some of the questions and some of the people that are getting on the show are making her very uncomfortable with their comments and their statements. She feels that some of them are talking about topics about her and Ted, which is making her uncomfortable. That's what she told me. And that's what she said to me personally. Is that she feels that some of the comments that are being said are very uncomfortable for her. I know that doesn't excite you, but that's what she said. Yeah, hi people. Hi, Martin. She didn't have a relapse. That's one of the things I'm talking about. Okay, he had a question for me, too. I'm talking about Lars Go Moon. Also, R11H30 says, that's unfortunate. I enjoyed having Nikki on the show. Yes, we did, too. It went much better. But, unfortunately, she felt that some of the things that were being said were really too close to home at this time. So she didn't want to have her personal life on the internet. Which I can understand very much. Now, if you go back to the last live stream, where she bolted. She did so when they expressed sympathy for the death of her brother. Well, yeah, that's a really sensitive issue for her because her brother's not dead. Her brother is quite alive right now. He's in physical therapy. He had apparently what was a stroke. So, as I said, some of the questions and comments that were being said were making her very uncomfortable. That light will flick on 2 more times and it'll stay on. No biggie. We were just debating whether you're autistic or not. I have Asperger's, which is part of autistic spectrum. I would be considered high-functioning autistic. And because of my Asperger's, I don't do well in certain circumstances. That's foil myself. Okay. So, unfortunately, the phone calls can really kind of, or any kind of heavy stimulation can burn me, or cause me to act really weird, and that's why, like, I need these times of phone-free times where I can kind of, get my head together and focus on the world around me. And get myself organized. And that's why I like the B-casts. Because, in B-casts, not only can I get my thoughts in order, if they're not in order, I can always go back and redo them until I get it right. And then present them when I feel that they meet something that has a sense of quality to him. I noticed that, like we mentioned about People of Peace, that he has the same issue with his live streams. He's still new at it, though, but I can sense the autistic spectrum disorder in him. And it doesn't make him a bad person. It just means that he's wired in a way that it makes him a little different. I don't know who Doug Ford is. Professional high quality content. Well, let's see. I'm just going through these real quick. I gotta rewind a bit to read some of these. Sorry I joined in late. I didn't realize it was Sunday because we have the day off tomorrow here in Canada for Queen Victoria Day. Well, the soup kitchen's gonna be having Memorial Day off. And so the soup kitchen won't be open on Memorial Day. So other than those caramels, well, they taste good. Yeah, keep working their tooth, yes. Did you hit it? I never did anything like that with Ed. Clearly she was shocked that you had... Well, I mentioned that her family was dealing with a crisis with her brother. I didn't go into detail and explain everything about what was going on with her brother. But she also was surprised that the people talking about Nikki wanted to bring up something that was a very personal issue. And it's almost an embarrassment to them to know that, you know, such an event has happened, which has kind of, you know, caused a lot of karma to have to be rebalanced. So, it's clearly, let's see. Is Doug Ford brother of the man? I have no idea who that is. Oh, you know what? This is just basically a group of people sitting together, just drinking or eating or talking. It's like kind of like you would do. This isn't really like a formalized show. So, in my perception of why she and Ted left was that you ran your mouth about her personal business, and that made her jump ship. Not so much that, but it's just that she was very angry at the way that her family business was being, the way she was being not shown any respect by the commenters, because, you know, you have to admit that it was a very uncomfortable situation for her family. What the heck? Oh, it's just a cat. Torres, you still haven't figured out how to jump up there yet, huh? So his idea of jumping up there is to make a racket with his claws. Alright. No. I mean, I think what she told me and what upsets me, she said, is that you didn't mean to do wrong. It's just the way that the callers and the guests were talking about it. And then saying things like saying I relapsed and I never relapsed and saying things like that. And she said, I don't know where these people got the relapse business, so that really upset me. And so I certainly didn't tell them about you relapsing because I didn't even know if you did or not, which I still don't think she did. But I mentioned that your family had an emergency situation with your brother and that you were concerned about your brother's well-being. That's not the same thing as going out there and describing to excruciating medical detail of the condition of her brother's potential stroke. And that's the truth. I never mentioned the details about that. Let's see. Well, okay, I'm going to go back here. Okay. Says, probably, we're not the only country that matters. Canada is our neighbors in the north, and Mexico is our neighbors in the south. We are one of many countries in this world. We are politically speaking, we have a lot of influence, yes, but we are not the only country that matters. People in other countries matter. the things that go on in their lives, their country's issues matter to that person's. Canadians have issues with Canadian policies. Mexicans have issues with Mexican policies. Guatemala has issues with Guatemalan policies. El Salvador, same thing. Same thing with Venezuela, which is a giant clusterfuck. Has issues with Venezuela. And good old King Maduro over there, who keeps screwing up his country worse. So let's see. Okay, so now I know what to do for this. Okay. Alright, so let me read this note from here, from People Peace. Doug Ford became the new leader of Province of Ontario's Conservative Party and is running against Liberal Kathleen Wynne. Kathleen Wynne has been in charge for over 10 years. Okay. Now, you say he wants to become he's a liberal. So, is this Mr. Ford, is he more of a moderate or conservative politician? Because I think given that George Soros has been sticking his proboscis into all his political stuff. Is that chocolate? Looks like it to me. Don't look too appetizing. Oh, fuck it then. I think it's a piece of crumbs. The whole situation with the liberal parties right now is that they're clearly seeing the George Soros, the globalist agenda is totally collapsing. There is concern that in the United States, that many people that were strongly loyal to the Democratic Party, which is now the Communist Party, has jumping ship to either Libertarian or to the Republican Party because they feel that the party is more in their favor. So I don't know who this Kathleen Wynne is, but it doesn't sound like she's doing too much better. Okay, and yes, Doug Ford is Robert Ford's brother. Is Doug Ford a relation to Robert Ford, who died People of Peace? He said yes. Okay. Pop, we're talking about American politics because we are in the only country that matters. No, we're not. We'll talk about all parties. We'll try to, but we don't know everything, so you just have to be working with us, guys. Yes, I love Doug and Rob Ford. Rob Ford, with his crack problems and a Jamaican accent, was classic. I miss him. Jimmy Reed has an unhappy face. Flatnew said, I thought you were being robbed. Damn. They're coming for Dory, and she's not even here. Hello? Yeah? No, I don't know where she is. Alright? Yeah, bye-bye. Try calling Nikki's. Maybe she's downstairs. Oh, okay. Alright. Bye-bye. Okay. Let's see. So where was I? Every time Trump is trying to stomp on the woman's rights. No, he's not trying to stomp on woman's rights. Have you had sex with Ed? Michelle mentioned she never did. No, we never did. And that was a reason to have sex with anybody. Well, I wasn't sure. This was kind of dark in here. But because when the crumbs came off those chocolate things, but they looked like chocolate, they smell like chocolate, but we also were working on other things on the table, like jewelry and things like that. Yeah, Michelle almost ate some aluminium foil on his steak. That's why she asked. Let's see. Okay, where were we? Yeah. No. That was somebody for Dory. That was a person that was looking for Dory. Beaver, can you spell your wife's name? Why? Beaver time, R11. In a prior video, you did say she was in charge of the sex. What? Kathleen got a bunch of parents upset with her sex ed curriculum teaching grade 3s about being have transsexuality and grade 5s about analism. Okay. You know, I don't really know about you, but as far as the transsexual, transgender thing, I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about it. Because I'm a hermaphrodite, okay? I have a medical condition. And I understand that, you know, because I know there are a few of us out there. There's not too many of us that are not converted. I am unconverted. I'm natural. I'm not converted. And we see the transgender population. We see the transsexual group. And we understand the transsexuals, okay, trans men or trans women. When I say trans man, I mean that they are a woman becoming a man. If I say a trans woman, I'm meaning it's a man becoming a woman, okay? And we understand that they have a hard time trying to cope with policies and things like that about their condition. A lot of us that are not converted have to deal with some of the same questions they do. Like the misunderstanding and the stigma and the people who assume some things are what they're not. And some of the stuff, and it could be, you know, honestly, because people don't know. I mean, there are people that really truly do not have a clue. And those people, hey, yeah, you know, it's hard because how are you supposed to explain to a person when you have bits of both? And especially when you got people who say things, especially the Bible builders, who read it from the book of Genesis chapter 2. And male and female, he made them. Well, if he made the male and female, then why did he create hermaphrodites? I mean, we're not converted. We're not modified. We're just us. No one made us the way we are. We were just born this way. But transgender is harder because how are you supposed to say if it's nature or nurture or something else? I don't know. But as far as telling the third graders about hermaphrodites and transgendered people, it's a hard one. Because part of me says, I mean, I'm not sure how I would react to that. A third grader probably doesn't care. Really. Okay? Trust me, if you ever grew up in public school, you know this. It doesn't take long for kids to find out the kid that's odd and make fun of that kid. Especially in third grade. You know? If you are a person who's a hermaphrodite in third grade, everybody teases you. Oh, and yeah, if you're legally blind on top of that too, you get even more teasing. Hey, poor eyes! Don't you watch where you're fucking going? Can't you hear me, you deaf bat? You understand what that's like? Every time I look, third graders talking like this, and second graders, and fifth graders, of course, and eighth graders. Like, oh, and then finally, when I was in high school, people in a different town, people started to respect me as a person with dignity. But in middle school and in elementary school, I sure the fuck was abused by the kids in school. Bullied. I can certainly understand the frustrations. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Say what? No, that's not what a hermaphrodite is. Hermaphrodite is a person who has got traits of both male and female from birth. It is a medical condition. And then, of course, let's see. Say, probably... No, it was not. That was... Maybe times... I'm going back here. Well, yes, I can. I've been spelling it correctly for 28 years. Okay. Let's see. Beaver time. Can you spell your wife's name? R11 inspired video. This is time consuming. Going back. Don't go all the way back there. God, you'll never get through these messages by that way you're doing it. Did you play with dolls, People of Peace? I don't know about People of Peace, but I did. Yeah, I know you did. And I also played with my sister's tea set too. And I always checked on my sister's clothing and stuff too as a kid. Let's see. Wow. Beaver time, not so much. I'm just trying to... Let's see. Mr. Laugh, why are we all friends here? That's so much. Okay, and then of course he says, hermaphrodites versus trans, who will win? Well, let's put it this way. Because I have more natural situation in my case, I don't think I really matter who would win. It's just a matter of how much it confuses the hell out of everybody else so much that it makes it worse. Well, yeah, you know, I kind of agree with this to a point. I don't think just because a little boy plays with a doll, he should be told he's a girl and change his gender. Well, I think it should be I definitely think it needs to be a little more deeper than that. I mean, first of all, we're talking, if you're watching a youngster for a few years, a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, you'll notice the gender stereotype will start to develop as early as 5 or 6 years old. It's not going to take too long. If you have a properly trained specialist in the field, you're going to want to go back and look at the child's upbringing from the age of when they could, say, walk, 2 years old, to determine their sexual orientation. It's not something you can go ahead and just say, I see now he wants to do girl things, and he's only been a year or so. How do we know he's not having phases? Because kids do have phases. Kids do experiment. Unfortunately, that also means that sometimes kids get themselves into a very sticky wicket. With things like drugs and premarital sex and everything else in high school. And that's the sad truth. Kids get themselves into a bit of a mess. Repeatedly. Let's see. Trying to get caught up here. I'm way behind. Let's see. I bet Pop is a pony. I don't know what that means, but let's see. Pop is a furry. Beaver time. Be right back. Dogs are having a fit again. Okay, let's go to the very latest one so you get cut up here. You yourself had video about transgender re-indoctrination and the transhuman agenda. Now you backtrack your words. No, I'm not backtracking my words. I'm saying is I've been thinking a lot about it ever since I posted that video, and I'm really not sure exactly what the hell I'm looking at, thinking about it. You know, people sometimes will have to look back at the situation in retrospect and realize that maybe they got it wrong. You know, people do have the right to do that. And I admit, it's a bit of a mess. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to feel about it. Because it's such an unsettling topic for so many people. How do you answer the questions? How do you explain it when you think about it is maybe it's not so right. Maybe it's not so wrong. OMG premarital sex. Who waits until marriage to have sex in 2018? Well, let's put it this way. If you're going to have premarital sex, you need to exercise proper precautions. You know that unless you are using proper condoms and protection, that's candle wax. That's candle wax, okay. In other words, the truth of the matter is that so many youngsters that were exploring sex. Oh, here's an interesting statistic, though. As of 2016, this came out 2016. I think was it 2015, 2004. I think it was 2015. They say that the number of millennials exploring the sex at an early age has dropped significantly. In addition to that, the number of babies being born has dropped significantly. Wonder why that is. Maybe because some of the kids realize they can't afford to raise a kid. Sure I can't. I know I can't either. It's too expensive. Way too expensive. Incels are a new breed of insane. Never gotta look that up. Isn't waiting on purpose. Foursomes. Some of this stuff is getting kind of interestingly weird, but that's okay. At least it's not involving us. It kind of does. Yeah, well, it doesn't quite affect us that much. Let's see. It's 8:33. So, I looked it up. R11, they are tons of fun to weird that they are mainstream now. Let's see. Well, let's see. As far as, okay, let's see. Pop is a furry, though is folks will sex with anyone, anything, that probably, let's see, whoa, wait a minute, let's see. Pop is a virgin furry, the best first and last of its kind. Oh, no. I didn't have sex until I was 23 years old, guys, so try that on for size. Let's see. People P says, Michelle, you said that people in grade 3 get bullied, especially over autism or being, let's see, trans. in school in general? Well, I have a friend who had autism who is fat and strong and can fight anybody. Didn't say that anybody was necessarily a wuss. No, Michelle never said that. There's some strong people. It says, when people insult her, they get black eyes. Okay. Let's see. Pop, your friend should start a YouTube channel. Platnik says, who is that? Who was your first? It was my ex-boyfriend in 1993. How about that? So, it was 19... No, wait. What's 1993? Was it? It was 95. 95. No, wait. It was later than that. I don't think it was 2000. I think it was 1999. Around there. 90... I'm going to just say... Me and my boyfriend decided to just try it out because we had been dating for a few years, and he knew all about me, and I knew all about him because he was a very large man as far as overweight, but he was a good guy. But unfortunately, just something about with the medication he was on, it made him a little bit less than a suitable husband for me, and I just didn't think it was going to work. So a few years later, we kind of drifted away. You know, we were kind of going steady. You know, he did it from the front, and he didn't really do much poking. No, Michelle. I remember that one, Michelle. You just rode him. You rode him. I rode on his pick. I rode on him. Yeah. Let's put it this way. He was physically sore afterwards. So, okay, you guys are gonna. I would be making jokes about that, and some Blue Irish is probably gonna come up with a joke about that. Yeah, I did actually talk to Blue Iris, by the way, on the chat, and I apologize to her for what happened in the past. I was hoping she'd be on sometime so we could talk more, but obviously maybe we'll see her on Wednesday, Sunday. There's no reason why we couldn't do a live stream on Wednesday on the porch this week, and then Sunday inside because it'll be cooler. It's an idea. We could do that. You could do that. Did you see my comment about people with autism who are strong and can fight people who insult them? Yes, I did see your comment. You're right. It doesn't mean that people with autism are wimps. I never said they were. There's some really strong men and women with autism. What was it? That guy, Civil Guardian, is supposedly autistic. And he was supposedly not a wimp at all. She doesn't even join us on the chat. She obviously has access to a computer because she talked to me in chat on comments, and I apologize for the things getting screwed up. It's called it's a known medical condition. Okay. Oh God, some poor lady. What? What the hell? Oh, what are you going to eat tonight for dinner? Well, you know, we don't get our food stamps until the 1st. And we have some hot dogs. We have some hot dog buns. Got some pasta. Got some butter. Got some vegetables. So I'll probably just have to come up with something good tonight. Next month, I gotta work on getting some better, lower cost food. I went to the nearest farmer's grocery market, and they told me, this is when I got my hair done in the beginning of May, they said that right now they don't have anything yet harvested for sale. But they have the farmer stand open next door to my hair salon. But she said she doesn't know if her brother takes EBT SNAP. Her brother owns the stand. His sister's name is Mary. And she told me that right now they haven't actually got anything yet for sale. Because, except for some drinks like some water and healthy, fruit juices, because of the fact that they have not harvested anything yet, because they haven't even planted anything yet. I mentioned that in a couple episodes in the past, that Connecticut farmers, a lot of them are just beginning to start planting their crops. So we're going to have a late planting season this year, and we're going to have a late harvest season this year. So this brother and sister are renting the storefront, and yet they don't really have anything to sell right now. Because, so they're really kind of making a loss because there's nothing to sell. So that kind of sucks. No, it's not. Okay, let's see. What is... Okay. No, it's not time. Okay, look. I thought you were... I mean, caramels. I have caramels. I just don't... I don't want to break all my teeth. Alright, so... Let's see. Well, those aren't for dinner anyway. Those were just for a snack. The greatest kid of all says, no, I got my other disability for... No, not do I got any other disability, nor am I a furry. Okay, this is what B says. If your fault has been too cold for farmers, no, that's the North American Snow King's fault, because my season ended in this on March 20th, 2018. So now the North American Snow King can be blamed for his BS that he said he wanted a summer so bad. That means now he's going to have to take the heat for his decision to want to take a season of his own, which is responsibility. When you take a season, it means that you're going to get the heat for it. The same thing when you run for office and you do something stupid. Everybody's going to blame you. It's sorry to say it was true. Of course, in the wintertime, I mean, December 21st through March 20th, 21st, I don't have a problem. Because a lot of the stuff that happens during my territory, which is United States, Canada, and Southwest Greenland, and during those seasons, I am responsible for it. So, and when this shit happens, I admit it. This shit happens. But the North American Snow King, when the other seasons are damn bad, now he's going to have to fess up to his own transgressions. He's not blocked. He's not blocked. He has not been blocked at all. He's been unblocked. He's been unblocked. Everybody's unblocked. I only blocked for a short time while I can cool off. He's not blocked. He can be on right now if you want it to be. Carbs, carbs, carbs. Don't you love your carbs? I love my carbs. I love my sweets. I used to do this as a kid. Sometimes I'll buy a bag of sugar, a 5-pound bag of sugar, and stick a spoon in it and just start scooping it out. That's true. I would do that. Because I needed the sugar for some reason. So if I couldn't get it anywhere else, I would get the sugar like table sugar and just pour it down my throat. I do the same thing with salt too. Not at the same time. No, I should alternate. A little bit of sweetness and a little bit of saltiness. No, he wasn't blocked. I unblocked him some time ago. Jimmy Reed was blocked for a short time. He's not blocked now. Darnell is no longer blocked either. So nobody's blocked right now. Nobody's blocked right now. Winning, you got foil on the end. I know I see it. So, question for you guys. It's on Wednesday of this week. I'll be outside again. What would you like to talk about as a topic? I have to agree that trying to backtrack with the comments takes a little bit of time. But I'll try. So, is there anything next Wednesday that you want to discuss in chat like we're doing now? And then Sunday, we'll probably be back in the studio. At least, I think we'll be. Let me look at the weather forecast. Let's go for the weather forecast right now. Okay, right now, it is 18 degrees Celsius. Okay, it'll be cool of 11 degrees Celsius tonight. Tomorrow, Monday, May 21st, May high 25, will be mostly sunny, a low of 13. Tuesday, May 22nd, a mix of rain and sunny shine with a high of 50% chance of rain, a high of 19, a low of 13. Wednesday, May 23rd, it'll be partly sunny, a high of 26, a low of 12 degrees. Now, then we have Thursday, a high of 24, a low of 13, it'll be sunny. Friday, May 25th, high of 28, a low of 16. And Saturday, May 26th, says 40% chance of thunderstorms, a high of 26 and a low of 17. And Sunday, scattered thunderstorms again, a high of 24 and a low of 17. So, yeah, we might have a live stream inside on Sunday. Because, you know, nobody wants to get wet. I know I don't like to sit in the house and boil, but I do know that some people would rather be able to enjoy it outside and have a good time. So, that's no lie. Nope. What are you trying to do? Trying to get back to the chat. Okay, live chat. Okay. Let's see. Michelle, did you see my post? I lost 88 pounds since January. I didn't do eating hot dogs at McDonald's. Oh, I haven't been to McDonald's lately at all. As far as hot dogs, that's something I got in the house right now. What are your thoughts on Daniel Morales? I really don't know anything about where his channel is. He didn't post a link to his channel so I could see what he's trying to say. Some people, peace, you can post a link to his channel on your video that people can look at and see the description where you can actually find the original person you're talking about. It might help. Let's talk about the furries next week and why Pop chooses to live as one. Congrats, that's great. Thanks, 11. Oh, we met him. He had his weight loss. Are you... Okay, this is R11 Eastern U.S asking Beaver Time. Are you your ideal file size now? R11, not even close to it, but I'm riding my bike to work now. You know, I can talk about my weight for a second, too. I can tell you right now that me and Dory have been working on our own weight issues and trying to lose weight. I noticed that my clothes are fitting better now. I don't have a scale, so I had no way to actually measure my weight. But I do know that I feel... let's see... Are you your ideal size now? Okay. Very good. Wish you luck. Dory is screeching at you, Michelle. She's not even here. Let's see. Barry's at 3%, probably gonna die shortly. Well, you know what? It's also time to get ready to wrap it up anyway, guys. It's already 8:51. What's the battery on the phone? I can't tell. Oh, okay. I know on this phone it is at 65%. And this phone here, Barry's already taking a siesta. Barry's already exhausted. So, alright guys, for that reason, we're going to wrap it up because I think my phone needs to take a powder. And I thank you all for coming to the show, and I hope you enjoyed yourself. I'll get this cord out of the way here. And because I haven't had some excess domains power today. I want to thank you all for being on the show tonight. I know it was a little bit quiet. We will be in studio on Sunday. I just wish we could have days like today when we can have it quiet. Yeah, okay. Alright, so for everybody here, it's 8:53 my time. And so I think it's time to get ready to punch it out for tonight. I thank you all for being on the show. I thank you for watching the show. And Wednesday we'll try to come up with some good topics. Please don't be afraid to leave comments in the comment section below. And if you are a new person who sees this video in reruns and want to be part of it, the live shows are on Wednesday and Sunday nights starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And please don't forget to like and share these videos and comment on them if you can. And don't forget to click on the little bell icon as well so that you can always be kept up to date when the new live streams will be on and things like that. And I will read your comments. I do look at them. You may not believe it, but I do. And for right now, I think that's it. You want to say anything a little before I go? Just beware, it's going to be getting warm now. We're going to be seeing some temperatures slowly start to be where they should be. But we're still technically a few degrees cooler than we should be for this time of year. That's true. And so be aware the weather is going to start to warm up. Have your air conditioners ready. Have things in standby. Make sure that you always get ready for power failures and things like that. Okay, guys. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody.